Welcome to the Reinvent Your Life podcast, the show that talks about why we do what we do and how we can do it better.
Welcome to the Reinvent Your Life podcast. My name is Chaz Molesky, and today we're going to talk about how to hone in your vision, or hone in on your vision. Sometimes vision can be that cliche topic that talks about, you got to have this grand vision for your life or your business or your relationship. And, you need all of these extra pieces that are going to fill out and become that end result. But ultimately, you need to know where you're going. And sometimes that can be a very challenging topic, and it can be a very challenging mindset to be in, because sometimes if you don't have experience in an area, say you started a business, right? And that's a brand new thing for you, and you don't have any experience in business, it's going to be hard to establish a firm vision because you don't really know what's coming into play. You don't know what's going to be happening with you, but also you don't really know what to expect. So your vision can be an idea of what you want to do, who you want to help, what you want to produce, but ultimately what's going to end up happening is that might change along the way, right? But that end result, that final vision, that future vision for yourself, for your business, your relationship, as we talked about, family maybe, all of that, there's a way of getting there, and there's a way of working on that. But understand too, if you don't have a vision of where you want to go, you'll go anywhere. And a lot of times people without vision just move laterally. They'll go laterally in life. They're never that great, but they're never that bad. They're just kind of this in the middle, blah person. So what I want to help you out with today is really figuring out, let's define a vision for your life, okay, for whatever it is that you want to do. And this lesson can be applied to many different areas, as I've alluded to in the beginning of this. So take this with an open mind, okay? Take it with an open mind, take some notes, listen to this thing, and really try to work this into your own life, into your own belief about what you want, okay? So listen, to hone in on your vision, first off, you have to establish, what do you want? That's the first thing, all right? That is step one. What do I want? And this can be very important, because if you don't have that, you'll have no idea where you're going, right? There's nothing's really pulling you to get there. Why would you do anything? So define what you want. Is it more peace of mind? Do you want to feel successful? Do you want to feel more confident? Do you want to have a happy, thriving family? What is it that you really, really want? This first step can be very vague. It can be this broad topic. Maybe you want to lose weight. Okay, cool. That's it. Lose weight. Awesome. But you have to figure out, what do I want? What's the thing that I want? And then we're going to chunk it down from there. But you have to start at this first point. So take a second right now and figure out, or decide in your mind, or say it out loud, however you want to do it, write it down. What do I want? Now, the second step that you have to evaluate, all right, and this can be challenging. We're going to step it up with each of these steps. This one can be challenging. You have to figure out that thing that you just said, I want to have X, Y, Z, whatever that is. Do I believe it's possible? Now, this is a really big one, because we make a lot of goals that we don't believe are possible, but it's what we want, right? It's things that we want. I want a Ferrari, or I want, this massive house, or I want to lose 300 pounds. And if that happens, that's amazing. That's the thing that we're like, oh my God, this is what I was working for. But do we believe it's possible? Because honestly, if you set a goal that you don't believe is possible, you won't put in the effort necessary to achieving it. Because subconsciously, you're telling yourself you can't do it, because you actually don't believe that you can do it. You don't believe it's possible. So you need to create a frame of possibility. This is the next part. You have to create a frame of possibility. And the frame of possibility says, I have been successful in XYZ before. I can do it again. You need to pull on old success rituals, success things, success topics, success that you've had in your life. You have to pull on these and recall them so that you can anchor in success, right? So you can say, I've done stuff that's similar to this before. Say you want to lose weight and you've lost some weight before. I lost 20 pounds before. Cool. You can lose weight. You can physically, positively lose weight. Excellent. That's all you need to get started. But you have to create a frame of possibility, because if you don't have that frame of possibility, it will always seem impossible. And this can also be reliant on, all right, let's say you want to, say you're in business, right? Or your job, and you want to increase your income. You want to make more money. Cool. Well, how much more money do you want to make? I want to make $100,000 more dollars. Cool. What's your frame of possibility? Well, I got a raise last year of $5,000. Awesome. All right. So you're capable of getting a raise. What are ways that you can get to that point, right? And then you can start creating these possibilities, but you got to stimulate that thought process. So then we're going to move it on. You have to now anchor in that belief, okay? So whatever that frame of possibility is that you created and what you want, you have to now anchor in a belief that you can achieve it. And this can be challenging, but it can also be very simple. So here's what you can do with this, all right? When you go to anchor in that belief, you have to envision having it already. And this isn't just positive thinking. We've talked about this in the past. It's not just positive thinking, and it's not just this positive intention, right? What it is actually truly visualizing what it would be like to have that, and let that emotion of having that thing, that feeling, that whatever it is that you want, feel that. Let that sink into your body so you can truly associate with it, so you'll know what that would be like. Imagine what that would do for your life if your family was happy, thriving, and nobody was fighting and everybody was getting along. Maybe you were in a messy divorce, right? And you're splitting the kids, and what you want is this happy co-parenting relationship that you see other couples having. Cool. Feel that. Imagine that. Imagine what that would be like. You have to associate with these things in order to really, truly trust them to even be something, right? Because you got to somehow know it because you don't have any experience with it yet. So you have to create what you want to experience from that. And you're going to start to believe that it's possible once you start actually taking action, which is towards the end, right? But you have to start taking some action in your mind, thinking, what do I actually want out of all of this? And how do I want to feel? And what does it look like for me? Because you'll start to believe that it's a good thing. You'll start to believe that that's what you really, really want. And you have to create more of that belief, because that belief is what's going to drive you forward when it does get challenging. All right. And now finally, you have to surround yourself with that which prepares you for your vision. What this means is you cannot, we'll use the weight loss example, you cannot lose weight if you continue to stay in your current habits if they're keeping you overweight. You have to create a success pattern. You have to create an environment that supports your change and supports your growth. If you don't do that, it's so easy to sink back to your old habits. Think of how many times you wanted to make a change and you started and you did 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then that 6th day, you go right back to your old habits. Well, it's probably because you didn't change your environment. You didn't change the people that were around you. You didn't change your social circles. You didn't change your house, whatever you had to get rid of. Maybe you had to get rid of some junk foods or something. You didn't change these things in your house, in your mind, in your brain, all of these different things. You're just sinking right back to your old patterns and your old habits. And that's what got you to where you are in the first place. So you have to set yourself up for success by surrounding yourself with the things that are going to prepare you for that success. So if you want to start a business, surround yourself with people that have started businesses. If you want a happy, thriving family, surround yourself with people that have happy, thriving families, because what you're going to learn from this is they're going to give you examples of how to do it. They're literally going to teach you how to have the thing that you want. But you have to be in that environment. You have to have that around you to know what it's like. Now, for anybody out there that's saying, yeah, but I don't have anybody like that in my life that I can call on. Guess what? You have the internet. Go online, research what it takes to have those things. Read articles, watch videos. YouTube is incredible for learning and education. All right. You can type in whatever it is you want to learn. So you want to make more money. How can I make more money at my job? I guarantee you're going to find thousands upon thousands upon thousands of results that are going to teach you different ways of doing all of this. But you need to surround yourself with that type of information and that type of education, because without it, it's incredibly difficult to make some of these changes because you're just relying on yourself and you might not have any experience in that area. So you have to prepare yourself for this stuff. That's the only way to have a concrete vision of what you want and where you want to go. You have to do these things. You have to go through these steps, because otherwise you're going to be flying blind and you'll have no idea what it really takes to get there. All right. So listen, if you have any more questions on this topic or any other topics we've talked about, if you haven't listened to any of the old podcasts, go back, listen to those. If you need any help with life events, things that are going on, past traumas, feeling anxious, feeling depressed, feeling stressed out right now. It's a very stressful time. Everybody's still in quarantine as of recording this. All right. If you're feeling like you need help, reach out to me, Chaz, C-H-A-Z, at riseabovelifecoaching.com. That's Chaz at riseabovelifecoaching.com. Send me an email. All right. Send me an email. I'm going to get back to you. Probably since I'm home, I'll get back to you in a couple minutes. But if I don't, it will absolutely be within a day. I respond to every single person that reaches out to me. So please, if you're struggling, you are not alone. Let me help you. Thank you so much for listening in, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Reinvent Your Life podcast. Now go out and apply what you just heard to start your reinvention. Please subscribe, rate, and share this podcast with those that need it most.